everybody, welcome to Press Pause, the video game nerd show. I'm Carl Sodella.
I'm Yukie.
We're going to talk about a lot of things today, but before we get started, we have a guest speaker, and his name is, what is his name?
Marshall.
Marshall, I'm an orange gummy worm that Yukie doesn't want to eat, but I taste great.
We mic'd him up. And also, at the end of the show, we're going to talk about some show changes, so stay tuned for those. But let's get started with game news. You're supposed to hook me up on that.
I don't do that.
Okay. First piece of game news is the Wii 2 is coming next year. It's official. 2012. It's happening. Are you excited?
I'm stoked.
You're not stoked.
I'm stoked.
So, Scott, we don't know really what this has in it. We know that it's coming. That's all.
There's been rumors about it for like several months now, and finally Nintendo basically said yes, there is one. It's coming next year, but they're not giving any details until E3.
Yeah, so we gotta wait till E3 to find out what it is, but it's gotta be better graphics, right? Come on.
Well, that's the rumors. The rumor is that it's more powerful than a 360 and a PS3.
Which is kind of ridiculous. Although,
well, actually, not really.
Actually, they have the time period to do it now, right? They could get in first and be like,
well, that's
people
are talking about that. Yeah, they're gonna be first, but because PS3 and 360, they're not planning on releasing new ones until like 2014.
That's true.
And so the Wii may still end up being the stepchild that isn't as powerful.
Right.
So.
Does anybody want to know what I think?
No.
I do.
Oh, were you presenting me with your hand? Hi, I'm Marshall. I think the Wii 2 is gonna suck.
He's crazy. I don't know what he's talking about. The other piece of game news is the crazy Wii rumors about the controller. People are talking about it being a touch tablet or interacting with a touch tablet, which is weird. So both of those don't make sense to me.
Yeah, from what it sounds like,
Stop touching.
It sounds like it's going to be like like a traditional controller, but there's like going to be like a touch screen in the middle.
Yeah,
so
which reminds me of like the old
on the side with handholds, but then there's a touch screen in the middle.
Remember the Dreamcast? How the Dreamcast used to have? You ever played the Dreamcast back in the day?
Well, yeah, it had a
big controller, had the little thing in the middle, it had like a screen on it. I'm just confused. About what is going in this system.
It could be interesting. I don't know if like the old Game Boy Advance, you used to be able to plug it into your GameCube.
Yeah.
And you had like a secondary
system, yeah.
So it could, until I see something, it could be good. I don't know.
Breaking Wii 2 news. Yukie just put this in here. Hgdcfgbjiij boat. I don't know what's wrong, but that I guess came right from the Game News Central.
Wow.
So I guess it's gonna have a boat in it. I also heard it's gonna have some sort of virtual reality, right?
I heard it was gonna have a virtual reality
Nintendo Cat's hat. Yeah, helmet. It's virtual reality Nintendo Cats.
So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's nice that Nintendo's keeping up on their memes 5 years from now.
Yeah, so they're gonna jump in and enter the new console before Sony and 360.
Well, it's about time they kind of bumped up to HD, but this may end up biting them in the butt later on. I don't know.
We'll see. We have no idea, really. At the end of the day, we can make up the craziest rumors right now because we don't know anything about it. Although, remember how Wii caught us off guard? We were like, what the? Motion controls? So maybe they're coming up with something even more bazonkers.
Well, hopefully they'll come up with a better name.
Helmet, Nintendo Cat's helmet.
Hopefully they'll come up with a better name.
Yeah.
Right now it's called Cafe Press, and again,
Cafe Press.
Stupid.
Oh wait,
it's Cafe.
It's called Project Cafe. Shut up, you're not the boss of me.
All right. Before we get into new releases, we should mention the PlayStation Network had an outage for a bazillion days, or 6.
6. We're in our 6th day now.
No, I'm not doing that. So our 6th day now, and it's still not fixed, right?
They're basically, basically they said that they had an outside intrusion, an external intrusion into the network. So a
hacker.
That's what it sounds like.
It was you, wasn't it?
That's what it sounds like.
I'm the hacker.
They had to cut it down. They had to shut it down because they're basically having to rebuild parts of it from scratch.
Right. Yeah, earlier I was yelling about it and being like, damn it, they're down for 6 days. And Scott's like, well, at least they're fixing it. Well, but they're still down.
They're down, but it's for...
Do you like my impression?
For things beyond their control. They're trying to fix it so it doesn't happen.
Because of the hacker.
Well, from what it sounds like, I read a story that I guess a certain form of custom firmware was letting people interact with the PlayStation Network like a developer at a developer level, and they were basically able to steal games.
Are you eating on the show?
Okay. Stop that.
Steal games. Okay, so piracy's the problem.
They basically have to.
I knew it.
They have to fix that before they bring it back up. And they're also looking into if the possibility if someone actually hacked people's like credit card accounts. They need to make sure everything is fixed before they bring it back up. So you know what?
Let's ask.
I'm still able to play Portal 2. You know, I can't connect to the Steam stuff, but I can still play the game, so I'm okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
I mean, there.
Oh, and you can't get on home. Oh no.
Right. Well, and then there are a few
Home's
games, mostly Capcom games that have DRM that you have to be online for, which are basically unplayable right now. But again, that's not Sony's things. Capcom put that in, so.
I think the whole thing's crap.
Well, I would agree.
Thanks. Good job, Marshall. New releases. Marshall's his name, right?
Yeah.
Such a nice name. It's sad that at the end of the episode, I'm gonna eat him. New releases. First one is Thor. Are you talking for Marshall?
Don't do that.
Thor, God of Thunder. By the way, Yukie is drunk. Just gonna put that out there so you know what's going on.
On root beer, so her tolerance is shot.
It's a strong beer.
Strong.
Root. Did you just make fun of me?
You said strong.
Okay, strong. First one is Thor, God of Thunder for the PS3, 360, Wii, DS,
Pretty much everything.
and everything else. I heard it's coming out for the Atari Lynx. So Thor, God of Thunder, the movie actually, I'm kind of more excited now than I was in the beginning. Are you excited about the movie? Have you seen the trailers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not excited.
No, I'm excited.
Okay. So the game usually can be pretty bad. I mean, it could be like, you know, interesting with like, yeah, most time it's bad. Movie times.
Most movie tie-in games are bad, yeah.
So,
I'm actually hearing a few places online are saying, you know what? This one doesn't look that bad.
Okay, we'll give it Matt then.
I've had a chance to play it, especially, well, I mean, this one and the Captain America one are both looking pretty good, but we'll hold our judgment until, you know.
Let's say,
Man.
oh, snap. ThinkGeek.com, just saying. Next one, you're saying Matt too then, right?
Yeah.
Math. Don't know. Motorstorm Apocolypse, PS3.
Finally out, yeah.
Finally, because we had reported on it before and going like, hey, it's out, but it wasn't. So now it is.
It got pushed back because of the tsunami in Japan.
Yeah.
So,
it's fine.
Out of respect, they pushed it back a bit. So
now it's out, and I want to play it. I'm going to say yes, buy for me. It's you know what it is, right? Yeah. Are you going to say yes?
Yeah, I'd play it as well.
Yes. Wow. Two buys.
You'll have to borrow a PS3.
Well, we'll have to get one for the
just have to
studio.
play
Okay,
one.
soon.
Yeah.
Next release is History: Great Battles Medieval, which is a really weird name.
Yeah, it
Seems like it's not a sentence.
Yeah, it's like it's History Channel branded, so that's part of why that's like. But it's great battles from the medieval period.
History Channel is a great channel to watch.
Yes.
I find myself hours in there, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I actually like history.
You're like, I like history. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'd
I'm going to
play.
say bye.
I'm going to say bye, just for the fact that
For the fact that
history
we-
is in the title.
Nice. History, bye. And then the crappy pick of the week, drum roll. Just need to do that. Mysterious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the DS. Now, you actually picked this as the crappy pick of the week. Besides it already being a DS title, why is it going to be really bad?
Well, that's the main reason, because most of these ended up being, it's basically a point-and-click mystery where you're clicking around looking for clues, but there's really not a hell of a lot going on other than that. You've got a static screen with things to click on.
It's Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, though. At some point, the guy turns into a crazy being, so.
It's like me.
It's like her. You're Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Right now, you're Mr. Hyde. Mrs. Hyde.
Miss.
Sorry.
Miss.
Okay, I'm gonna do a real quick thing, which I like to call Don't You Forget About Me review. Don't you forget about me. Can we sing that and not get sued? Like happy birthday?
I don't know.
We can play like 15 seconds.
Okay, we played it just now.
You might get.
I want to talk about Saboteur, which is a great game that we mentioned a long time ago, and yes, as Scott had mentioned in the pre-show,
Yeah,
it's come out a million years ago.
I kind of made fun of him. I mean, I've played it, so.
It's a great game, and I want to say why it's great. It's an old school, it's kind of a GTA type game.
It is, yeah.
And you're in Paris, and you're Nazis are coming in trying to take over the place.
Nazi-occupied Paris.
And the whole game, I like how I say something and you're like, yep, that's correct.
That's correct. Yes, occupied Paris.
So I don't know why I have him now. And it's all black and white, and then except the Hitler, Nazi stuff is all red. So it feels this kind of really cool, stylistic view. But then as you kind of liberate areas, the color comes back to the world because the revolution's starting.
Yeah, I mean,
exciting.
Your character is joining the French Resistance, and that's kind of what he's going out doing missions to, basically kind of destabilize the Nazi regime.
Shake SH up.
Right.
SH is the lamest way to say I swear.
But, you know, and the art style is kind of what drawn me in, was that, you know, the whole start black and white.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then you start, you know, liberating areas, and it's kind of cool to actually see the color come back.
Color came in. And here's what's really interesting. At the beginning of the game, mini spoiler from an old game a million years ago, is that you play for a while in the present, and then it goes back 3 months. And it kind of shows you, like, the history of this guy, and you have to play through this history. And I got into it. I'm really digging it. Yeah. So it's like probably 20 bucks used. Or it might be 20 bucks new.
Probably.
Go get the Saboteur for $3.60.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's like a lot of open world games. Even after you've technically finished the game, there's still missions to do. There's still places to liberate.
And I think it's a DLC for it too. If I'm not mistaken.
There might be. I don't think I ever downloaded it, but yeah.
Wow, keep it down over there. This episode is brought to you by Trolley Gummy Worms.
Hey, those my people.
Anyways, I'm not drunk either. That's the show for today. Do you want to, Eddie, add anything?
I think you've done enough.
Have I?
Yeah, I think you and Scott and Marshall.
Marshall here.
Yeah, I get to have fun editing this.
So Marshall, I think we have to kill him now and eat him. I think I want to have him come back.
There's plenty of orange and green.
The reason why Marshall exists is because she didn't like orange gummy worms. So she threw him over here and said, eat him. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna eat him. And then Marshall just spoke up. He's like, why would you eat me? I'm a valuable part of the show.
He's mic'd up.
Now we mic'd him up, so yeah. All right, hey, the show is gonna change quite a bit. We're gonna have more like daily type episodes with starring this person.
So this is goodbye.
Ding. No, it's a goodbye hello.
Hello, goodbye.
It's a weird, we'll see. But during the transition, we'll be sending some messages on our Twitter, so check @PressPauseShow on the Twitter, or follow me, Onawa, or follow her.
It's Yukie. I'm on Twitter all the time.
She's on all the time.
I'm on all the time.
Well, I mean, now you can be more on because you're talking more on daily stuff. And our email is presspause@mevio.com. Thank you, and see you later. I'm not going to kill Marshall. Hey girl, you want to get 10% off your next car rental reservation?
Yeah.
I got the hookup. All you gotta do is go to avis.com/pause. 10% off.
What?
That's how it works. Hell, you could say something different than hell yeah this time. What's up, girl? You want to get a rental? I don't know what I'm saying.
No.